Morgan Rogers to Chelsea is a done deal, but Bruno Guimarães and Bradley Barcola could also be on the move this summer. James Young from Genius Sports joins me now. We're going to discuss those players from a statistical perspective. So we've had some big deals, haven't we, so far. Let's start with that Arsenal have been heavily linked with is Bruno Guimarães. That's been for a few days, weeks now. What do you think he would add to their midfield if you look at the stats?
Yeah, again, really interesting to kind of break this down a bit. I mean, the first thing we'll call out here is it won't be what he's doing off the ball with Bruno Guimarães. We're looking at sort of the top half of all centre midfielders in the league for tackles and interceptions. It's not the strong point of his game. Okay. You know, he does work there, but he's not. That's not where he really excels. Where Arsenal will be really interested in Guimarães, I think, is going to be in possession with the ball and what he can do there. So if we take a look at some of the stats that he brings up when he's carrying the ball, particularly his passing and his shooting stats, they're very strong indeed. So in all of these categories here, we're looking at the top 5% of centre midfielders in the Premier League last season. Passing under pressure, this is obviously something increasingly with the pressing game we see nowadays, something that is he really excels at. Rarely gives the ball up under pressure and finds his man even when he's being put under intense pressure. Passes leading to a shot, again, very high in the top 5%. He's very creative and he's creating opportunities for his teammates really well. And again, we talked about this progressive passing stat with Morgan Rogers. Actually, Guimarães even stronger than Rogers in this particular category, and really good at moving the ball further upfield. So very strong in all of these categories for Bruno, and something that will be really valuable to that Arsenal team if they can prize him away from Newcastle. When it comes to shooting, again, not quite as strong as his passing statistics, but still very good indeed. Very good at getting his shots on target. Again, we're talking kind of top 10% here of players in the league last season. A really interesting one is actually this middle one, fouls won. So what he does there is just relieve the pressure on his team. You know, he draws that foul, he wins fouls, and just calms the whole thing down a bit.
Using his body, isn't he, in that situation?
Very good in the middle at the park at doing that. So as well as playing the ball well under pressure, he can also just win a free kick under pressure as well and make the life easier for the rest of his teammates when they're really getting pressured hard by the opposition. So again, in possession of the ball, exceptionally strong, and covers a good amount of ground as well. Again, we're talking kind of top 10% of all centre midfielders.
Top 10%, really? 8K? Not quite Declan Rice levels, but not a million miles off, is what you're saying.
Exactly. Rice obviously exceptionally strong in that area, and how those two play against one another will be really interesting, or with each other, I should say, will be really interesting. But again, very strong statistically in all of these categories.
OK, yeah, I'm sure Arsenal fans already keen on him anyway. Now they've seen these, they're probably even more keen. Right, let's talk about PSG's Bradley Barcola. So it's another player that Arsenal have been linked with in the last few weeks. Liverpool also, though, have been interested and linked with him as well. What would be the better fit for Barcola, do you think, of those two teams? Yeah,
so what we're looking at here is the opportunity that he might have in either of those teams. So we're going to look at what Iraola did at Bournemouth last season, how he liked to play. In actual fact, that left wing position that Barcola would most likely slot into, the Bournemouth left wingers had more shots than any other position in that team. They're actually the most shots on target of from that left wing position of any team in the league as well. So that's clearly a route that Iraola likes to take down through that left wing, and again that can be seen in these statistics here.
So that could be to do with the players he had available to him as well at Bournemouth, right?
Very much so. But if he can find a player like Barcola to fit and play that role, then obviously he's going to leverage him heavily and suits the style of play he likes to play. So a lot of touches there. This is number one in the whole of the Premier League last season. Right. And likewise, the passes into the left wing are number one in the Premier League last season. Conversely, looking at Arsenal fit-wise, you know, it's not going to surprise anyone that they're much more weighted towards the right wing, with Saka over there. Odegaard likes to drift over there as well. So less opportunity, significantly less opportunity for Barcola if he were to make that move to Arsenal.
Yeah, but I would imagine if he did make the move to Arsenal, these numbers will be going up because they won't be going down the right as much as they have done in previous seasons when you got some of the quality of him there. James, thank you very much.
Arsenal's midfield ambition, Barcola's next move, and the numbers shaping major transfers. The summer transfer window is heating up, with major clubs looking to strengthen their squads ahead of the new season. In this discussion, Kabir Floyd and James Young examine the numbers behind Morgan Rodgers' potential move to Chelsea, explore why Bruno Guimarães could be an ideal addition for Arsenal, and consider whether Bradley Barcola could end up at Arsenal or Liverpool. With tactical needs, transfer fees, and player statistics all playing a role, these potential moves could have a major impact on the Premier League landscape. The summer transfer window is once again bringing plenty of excitement, speculation, and debate, with some of the Premier League's biggest clubs looking to make important additions to their squads. Among the players attracting significant attention are Morgan Rodgers, Bruno Guimarães, and Bradley Barcola. Kabir Floyd and James Young have examined the numbers behind these potential moves, looking beyond the headlines to understand why clubs could be interested in these players and how they might fit into their respective teams. One of the major talking points is Morgan Rodgers and the possibility of a move to Chelsea. Rodgers has developed into an exciting attacking player, combining physical strength with technical ability and an eye for goal. His performances have demonstrated his ability to operate in multiple attacking positions, making him an attractive option for a Chelsea side looking to build a squad capable of competing at the highest level. The numbers behind Rodgers' performances help explain why his value has increased. His ability to carry the ball forward, create opportunities, and contribute directly to attacking moves has made him one of the more interesting young players in English football. Chelsea's interest would represent another major step in his career, although the financial side of any deal would ultimately determine whether an agreement can be reached. Attention then turns to Bruno Guimarães and why Arsenal could be interested in bringing the Brazilian midfielder to the Emirates. Arsenal already have a talented midfield, but Guimarães could provide another level of quality, intensity, and control. His ability to win possession, progress the ball, and contribute defensively makes him a versatile midfielder. He can operate as a deep-lying player while also having the technical quality to influence games higher up the pitch. For Mikel Arteta, that versatility could be extremely valuable. Guimarães' Premier League experience is another major advantage. He understands the demands of English football and has consistently shown his ability to perform in high-pressure matches. If Arsenal were able to secure his signature, the move could strengthen their midfield depth and give Arteta another elite option. The final major question concerns Bradley Barcola. The Paris Saint-Germain winger has emerged as one of Europe's most exciting young attacking talents, and speculation over his future has naturally attracted attention from clubs across Europe. Arsenal and Liverpool are two names that could potentially enter the conversation. Arsenal could view Barcola as an option capable of adding pace, creativity, and direct attacking ability to their front line. Liverpool, meanwhile, have a long-standing reputation for developing explosive wide players and could see the French international as an ideal fit for their attacking system. Ultimately, the future of these three players remains uncertain. However, the numbers, tactical qualities, and potential transfer fees explain why Rodgers, Guimarães, and Barcola are generating so much interest. As the summer window progresses, their situations could become some of the most fascinating transfer stories to follow.